So no, I don't think this is the only way to play your Sims game, but after 4 years of playing in the same save file and still having so much fun, I feel like this is probably the best way to play The Sims 4. Hello my lowly Morbid thoughts, welcome back to my channel. It's Morbid Gamer here with another video for you guys. So lately and in the past in general, just overall, I've always gotten these comments of people being like, I'm getting bored of The Sims. How do you keep playing? How do you get so into your Sims gameplay? And I feel like I always answer the exact same way. So today I'm here to bring you guys hopefully a fix. This is not gonna work for everybody, okay? This might not be for everybody. And the great thing about The Sims 4 is that you can play however you want. It's a sandbox game. You can be creative however you choose to do so, and I think that's awesome. But let's be honest, The Sims 4 can be really repetitive. It can get a little stale sometimes. But this is the best way that I've figured out how to do actual Sims 4 gameplay and not be bored of it. At least not yet. Knocking on wood. So what I'm here to introduce you guys is called rotational gameplay or rotational play, whatever you want to call it. First things first, we got to get in the game. So most likely when you start your game, you will probably see a lot of save files. So raise your hands in the comments. How many of you guys have multiple save files in your game? Now that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that, but most likely you guys have multiple save files in your game. And I just deleted 2 because I don't play in them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of them. One save file I used to take pictures. One save file is my actual save file that I've been working on for like over a year now. And the other one is the save file that I actually do all of my gameplay in. So this is the one we're gonna be looking at. So what rotational play means is that you're gonna play multiple households within one save file. And I feel like this is probably not something shocking, not something new, but for most people, I think you guys play one household and then play in that household, and then when you're done, maybe you make a new save file. So that's where this is different. When you're done with that household, you go and you make another household, and then when you're done with that household, maybe you go and make another household. So it's kind of like on a rotational basis where if you're done with one, you can move on to another one, and so on and so on. And then later on to come back and maybe somewhat play like a little bit with that family, play a little bit more with this family, so that it always keeps things moving within the same save file. And it does take a little bit of work, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that's what keeps things so captivating and keeps you want to keep playing The Sims 4. The world just expands around you. I just love to see my Sims families grow and just be so connected with each other, and then you start to see your world come to life, and then you want to see them progress and follow different storylines, intermingle with each other within the same world, whatever it is that you want to do. Now the reason I feel like this gameplay is so crucial is because when you start a new save file, you're always starting in the same bland, stale world that it is that we've come to know in The Sims 4. You're always gonna be introduced to the same townies. This way, I think people grow up, they move on, they have new storylines. It's always evolving, whereas where you start a new save file, you're always going back to the same storyline, and that can get very, very tiring. It happened for me for the first like few years of The Sims 4 until I figured out, hey, this is probably the best way to play this game. And I have so many different households spread out all over it. Of course, it helps that I have all the DLC and I can really expand and go wherever, but I promise that just having a different like backdrop, different scenarios to go to, different storylines, different goals and adventures, and different relationships. It just really helps to keep The Sims 4 alive and thriving. Creating memories is something that I'm really adamant about. It makes The Sims actually feel like they've lived a proper life, an actual life. And of course, mods also play a big part and they help a lot. So here's her sister asking her if she wants to go and do something with her, and I'm gonna tell her, yeah, we need some pajamas, let's go buy some of those, and I'm be really intrigued to see what she comes back with. And like, you can bob in and out between and hop around between households, but if you always get tired of that, you can actually sit down and play a whole household for like a good while until eventually maybe you get tired of it, then you move on to another household and catch up with them. So it's always exciting and always feels like things are moving forward. But just in case you don't like the whole bobbing around, that's a good fix for you. Now, there are some downsides when it comes to playing this way. So because you are playing with a bunch of households, that means that aging cannot be turned on. Obviously, when it comes to gameplay, auto age has to be off, or you can have it on only active households. So whenever you're playing those active households, they're actually aging. But if you're not playing on those active households, they're not aging, because you don't want to be in so-and-so's household and then come back to another household that you love so much and then find that they're elders when you started them off as teenagers. So you don't want that to happen. So obviously you could only have either no auto age or only on active households. I prefer, obviously this is not like a deal breaker, but I do prefer to play auto age off with unplayed sims, so the townies around me are always kind of sticking around. And the reason that I don't like them to age up is because I put in a lot of hard work and an extra step further to make my NPCs feel like they're alive as well. So I go in and customize the majority of, or at least I try to customize them so that they're just not out here looking like townies, like every other townie that spawns that looks horrendous. So this obviously you don't need to do, but it's helped me definitely keep the world very spicy, very alive, very like fun, and it always feels like I'm meeting brand new sims out on the streets, on the sim streets, not in the real streets. But anyways, it just really helps with gameplay when it comes to the NPCs. However, you don't have to do this. This is not something that you need to do. But once again, it definitely helps. Also, you'd want to have fill empty homes toggled on just so that NPCs can then move into your household. Have it so that you have like neighbors, new neighbors coming around. Obviously, I'm not gonna say that this is the easiest way to gameplay because like I've said before, it takes a lot of maintenance. So you gotta age up sims, especially if you're playing with auto age off and it's turned completely off. So that means that over time, you're gonna be like, I think it might be time that these sims probably reach a new stage in their life, probably a new age generation in their life. So you might want to age them up on your own so they don't have that organic lifespan, so that once they reach that time, it's time to age up. So they can be long, they can be short. It all depends on you and how you want your sims and how fast you want to age them up. And also when it comes to other family members, it tends to get a little bit more trickier, because if you have siblings that are older and then you start to age up but they don't, then that looks a little weird, because then how is somebody who's supposed to be older than you now the same age, or maybe you starting to get older than they are? So it's a lot of keeping up that you have to do. So that's another thing to keep in mind, but it definitely keeps you busy, and that's good. And last but not least, I do want to say that again, mods play a big part in this. So if you want to check out my mods list, my personal mods list, I use a lot. I will be doing future mod reviews and what it is that helps me when it comes to gameplay and playing and staying captivated with the Sims. I'll do this one in the future, but if you want to check out just my mods list raw and all of them in there, there are links to them. I will leave that down below in the description for you guys to peruse, take a look at, skim through. They definitely help, and I love playing my Sims families, all of them. I love all of them. They all have their unique stories and how they're making their way through life. It's a great time. It's a fun time, and it's special because you begin to get really close to your Sims. Cue in that one time I almost cried over one of my Sims on stream. This is my last Sim getting married from this family. I'm not tearing up, you are. I get emotionally attached to my Sims, okay? I can't believe I'm actually distraught. There's so sad. They're all growing up. By the way, I do stream, so if you want to go ahead and follow me over there, you can. So I go live 3 days out of the week. Hope to see you there. That's all that I have to say for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Let me know by clicking that like button. It is free 99 and doesn't cost you a thing. It helps me know if you guys enjoy these videos. If you're not subscribed, don't be shy. Join the family. We have a fun time over here. And that's it for this video. I will see you all in my next one. Bye for now.